He could feel the grit beneath his calloused feet, each step a testament to the long, hard miles he'd walked. The sun beat down, but it was nothing compared to the burning shame in his gut. His clothes, once fine, were now ragged and reeking of pigsty, a stark symbol of how far he'd fallen. He wasn't just hungry for food, he was starving for dignity, for a scrap of the life he'd so carelessly squandered. Every step was a silent confession, a rehearsed apology forming on his lips. "Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Make me like one of your hired servants." It was humble, contrite, and perhaps, he hoped, just enough to earn him a chance to work off his debts, to survive. He dared not dream of anything more. He was a disgrace. His eyes scanned the familiar landscape, a knot tightening in his stomach as the family home came into view. Would his father even recognize him? Would he be met with a cold, disgusted stare? Or worse, a slammed door? He braced himself for rejection, for the scorn he knew he deserved. But then, something incredible happened. A figure on the horizon, small at first, then growing clearer. It was his father. Not waiting on the porch, arms crossed, stern-faced, not sending a servant to confront him. No, this man, a respected elder in the community, hiked up his robes, a most undignified act for a man of his standing, and ran. He didn't walk, he didn't stroll, he ran. Imagine that moment. The son, expecting judgment, saw only pure, unadulterated joy sprinting towards him. His father, throwing caution, dignity, and public opinion to the wind, ran as if his very life depended on it. And perhaps, in a spiritual sense, it did. His son was alive and coming home. Before the son could even utter a single syllable of his carefully practiced speech, the father was there. Not a word of accusation, not a hint of reproach, just an embrace. A fierce, loving, completely overwhelming embrace. He threw his arms around his son's neck and kissed him again and again. The dirt, the smell, the shame, none of it mattered. Only the return. The son, still reeling, managed to stammer out part of his confession. "Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son." But he couldn't finish. The father wasn't listening for an apology. He was too busy celebrating. He turned to his servants, his voice booming with a joy that had surely been absent for too long. "Quick, bring the best robe and put it on him. Put a ring on his finger and sandals on his feet. Bring the fattened calf and kill it. Let's have a feast and celebrate. For this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found." Consider for a moment the profound significance of each command. The best robe, not just any robe, but the finest. This wasn't about covering up rags. It was about restoring his son's status, his dignity, his place in the family. It was a robe of honor, of belonging. A ring for his finger, the family signet ring perhaps, a symbol of authority, trust, and identity. It meant the son was once again empowered, entrusted, and fully recognized as a member of the household, with all the rights that entailed. Sandals for his feet. Servants and slaves went barefoot. Sons wore sandals. This wasn't just about comfort. It was a clear declaration of his sonship. He was not a hired hand. He was family. The fattened calf and a feast. This was no mere meal. It was a lavish, public celebration. A declaration to the entire community that this lost son was not just forgiven, but welcomed, restored, and celebrated with unbounded joy. There was no subtle shame, no quiet acceptance, only a resounding, jubilant fanfare. This isn't just a story about a human father and his wayward son. It's a profound, breathtaking portrait of God. This is the heart of our Heavenly Father revealed. No matter the distance you've wandered, No matter the detours you've taken, no matter the dirt you feel has accumulated on your soul, God, our Heavenly Father, is not waiting for you to clean yourself up. He's not watching from a distance, arms crossed, demanding you earn your way back. He's watching for you on the horizon. He sees you from afar, even in your most broken, ashamed, and weary state. And when you turn even the slightest bit towards home, He doesn't just walk, He runs. He runs to meet you with an urgency born of pure love and boundless longing. He doesn't wait for your carefully rehearsed apology, though a contrite heart is beautiful in His sight. He interrupts your confession with His embrace. He kisses away your shame, not with words of rebuke, but with overwhelming affection. He doesn't just forgive, He actively restores. He places upon you the robe of righteousness, the ring of His covenant, the sandals of sonship. He doesn't just tolerate your return, He throws a lavish feast, celebrating your presence with joy that echoes through the heavens. This image assures us that no matter how far we may wander, how many mistakes we make, how lost we feel, God is always ready. He is always watching, always waiting, always running to forgive, to restore, and to celebrate our return. Perhaps today you feel like that son, tired, ashamed, believing you're unworthy. You might be rehearsing a speech of how little you deserve, hoping for just a scrap of grace. The good news, the incredible truth, is that your Father is watching. He's running, and He longs to embrace you, to restore you, and to celebrate your coming home. What does this image of God's running love mean to you? How does it challenge or comfort your understanding of who God is? We invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below. Let this beautiful truth resonate within you today. God runs to meet you.